So here I was, just sat here watching The Blacklist, Season 7, Episode 1, 2 minutes and 38 seconds in. And then I get a notification pop up on my phone. The Destiny 2 team have made a tweet. And it's my job to take a look at it. We're going to jump straight into it because we got some bits to talk about here. So Destiny 2 team says, as we continue to develop power and progression changes for Destiny 2, we'd like to announce the following changes. So seasonal power will now carry over into Season 28 in December. Huge. Because, you know, December is right around the corner. I haven't even reached 450 power, if I'm just being honest with you, nor do I have the interest to even make that happen. There will not be a seasonal power reset as in past seasons, also a W. Additionally, your unstable cores will carry over into Season 28. All right, cool. That makes the cores a little bit more viable. Means that they last a little bit longer. That's good. And then lastly, it says, beginning next week, a catch-up will be available to boost players to 300 power. Oh, that's actually pretty good as well, to be fair. I do like that. That's, yeah, wow. I'm actually kind of shocked that they did that, to be honest with you. We will provide additional information on these changes and more, okay, in this week's tweet on Thursday. Almost 200,000 views already. Oh my God. Let's see what people are saying before I move on to the post here. But I mean, just straight away, that's good, right? Now, I'm not going to say, oh my God, this fixes all problems. I'm not going to say that, like, Destiny's back. I'm not going to start rallying the green flags and go, we're back, boys, because that's just simply not the case. It's going to take much more than this to pique my interest. And again, this is a veteran of 11 years playing this game. It's going to take a little bit more than this to kind of get me to click the play button, because as much as these are positive changes and credit where credit is due, these are good. It's just you're going to need to do a little bit more than that. Honestly, I'm at the point now where the portal just needs to go. I am so tired of the entire gameplay and the kind of end game of the game being so focused and so centered around optimizing the portal in such a way that influences your power grind. Like, it just takes away the immersion of just exploring all of these locations on the destination screen and seeing how much detail the maps have and traveling to different parts of the landing zones and all that sort of stuff. Maybe that's just, you know, the old veteran Destiny 1 player talking. I don't know, but I think the portal is actually a huge problem for Destiny. The portal makes Destiny not feel like Destiny anymore, and that's just my opinion. Being able to customize your experience and add and take away modifiers to make things easier or harder, you can do that from the destinations tab, or like if they made it so, you could do that from the destinations tab. Click on an activity that's just in a map and then just modify it that way. I just like the idea of exploring maps, exploring patrol zones, and just having that feeling of exploration and MMORPG style, which is what they literally said they were trying to go for. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent. I want to see what other people are saying here. Milo says big. We have got other people also say, so this is a good change, but the real God W will have been never having to do this in the first place, because I already knew that resetting everything wasn't a good idea. The fact that you're doing it 4 months later with the slowest numbers ever and a loss of trust says a lot. Says a lot about your true motives. No matter what you say, it's what you do that counts. I appreciate the changes, but we'll have to wait and see what the future brings. What a very constructive way of putting that comment. I love that. It's very rare you come across a well-worded comment on the internet, let alone Twitter, but even still. All right, James says here, wow, it's almost like if the concept of forcing players to grind to the same power level each season like a full-time job was a bad idea. And you could say, JP, isn't this progress? I'm assuming he calls himself JP. No, it's not. The continuation of walkbacks that could have been prevented. Yeah, to be honest with you, you know what? That's a very interesting point. Imagine what the game would be like right now if all of the dev time wasn't consisting of all of that dev time just backtracking and undoing a lot of previous dev time. You know what I mean? Like, they're backtracking and undoing a lot of progress that they've already spent months putting into the game, that it makes me feel like what the game would be like right now if they just got it all right first time. You know what I mean? Who else is saying something that is worth reading? DF Dub says, Portal gone, Power Grind gone, Featured Exotics gone, Vaulting at 80% of the game gone, New Strikes needed, more emphasis on 3 to 6 player activities needed, Sparrow Racing needed, Clan focused rewards needed. I could go on, but this at bare minimum is what would bring me back. Yeah, yeah, I guess so. I think that's a fairly good comment. We'll read one more. This is actually fairly constructive, actually. I'm actually kind of shocked that we're actually getting smart comments on Twitter here. Fitzy says, can we hear from Tyson Green at any point before Renegades? It sure would be nice to hear from him and what his plans are for the future of this franchise. It would actually be really cool, and I literally said this in my tweets, that we need to still have a state of play from the devs in an actual video, and not just from Tyson Green. We need one from Justin Truman as well, to be honest with you. Like, genuinely, we do. We need a little bit more than just a love letter from him introducing himself as this new role, right? Anyway, so the actual main part of this video is going to be the game post blog here by Zuhad Ali. Destiny 2 walks back controversial decisions with 2 major changes in Renegades after player backlash. In surprising but welcome news, Bungie has reversed 2 big changes that had Destiny 2 players frustrated ahead of the next expansion, Renegades. These updates relate to how power levels and unstable cores work, 2 systems that have become central to player progression in the game. Originally, Bungie had said that when Renegades launches on December 2nd, seasonal power would reset back to 200 and all progress made above that would be wiped. It was also said that unstable cores, the key resource used in infusing gear above 200 power, wouldn't carry over to the next season. That didn't sit well with a lot of players who felt that their time grinding would be wasted in just a few months. Bungie has now reversed Destiny 2's power level and unstable core reset in Renegades. Thankfully, that's no longer the case. Earlier today, the official Destiny 2 team account announced that these decisions have been changed based on community feedback. The post confirms 3 major changes, 2 for Renegades and 1 coming as soon as next week. Alright, so we've got seasonal power will not reset in Season 28 Renegades. Unstable cores will now carry over. A 300 power catch-up boost is coming next week. This is really, really huge. I'm really happy about that. Power reset removed for Renegades. Instead of being knocked back down to 200 power at the start of Renegades, players will now keep the power they've earned this season. This gives players more reason to keep grinding now, knowing their efforts won't be undone. Season power will now carry over into Season 28 in December. The post reads, there will not be a seasonal power reset as in past seasons. Unstable core changes in Renegades. The other big change is that unstable cores won't be resetting with Renegades, and we will now stay in your inventory when the next season rolls in. These items are used to infuse gear above power level 200 and are one of the most important currencies right now. We also have hundreds of thousands of them too. To help players who fall behind, Bungie also confirmed a catch-up mechanic is launching next week in Destiny 2. It will give players a way to quickly boost their power up to 300, making it easier to get into current content. Beginning next week, a catch-up will be available to boost players to 300. That's free, by the way, I do believe. It sounds like that is a free boost, which is, again, really good. The dev said that they will share more information on this week's TWID. This update comes shortly after Bungie sent out a paid survey asking players how they felt about seasonal power resetting to 200 in Renegades. Clearly the feedback wasn't great and Bungie listened. And there's bad news elsewhere. Destiny 2 just recorded its lowest average ever monthly player count on Steam. I actually kind of saw that in my own time. I haven't played Destiny in a long time, I'll be honest with you. It definitely has been a hot minute, but literally yesterday I thought I'd take a look and just have a look and see how the player count is doing, and it genuinely is the lowest that I have ever seen in the almost 11 years of even just playing the franchise, which is quite scary. But yeah, that's the end of the blog post there. Again, it's going to take a lot more than this. There's a lot of work that needs to happen to this game for it to not only regain player trust, but also bring those numbers back up as well. Obviously, this isn't enough. You don't need me to tell you guys that this is not enough to make that happen. However, it's a step in the right direction. So again, like I said, credit where credit is due. I'm not going to slate Bungie for making good decisions. Like, I'm not. That's just stupid. If you slate Bungie for making good choices, obviously it's a little bit silly to do that. You can argue the fact that this shouldn't happen in the first place. I literally say that in this video. You guys have literally heard me say that imagine what the game would be like right now if the dev time went towards something else and not them undoing what they previously did. I get it. I'm on your side. But at the end of the day, would you rather it stay the same or would you rather it get better? So I know where my mind is, but at the end of the day, guys, let's try and keep this constructive. I'm really interested to know how you think and how you feel, so please let me know what that is in the comment section below, and please keep it constructive. I've had a lot of constructive criticism about Bungie and about Destiny in my comments, and they're actually so fun to read. Even the ones that I don't agree with are such great comments to read, so if you can do that, that'd be absolutely amazing. Guys, I appreciate your time today. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. That link is in the description below. You can also join the Discord server. You'll find that link in the description below as well, and I will catch you in the next one. But like I say, guys, your time is very much appreciated to me, so thank you for that, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.